Yes, of course. So it's quite a long journey because I've been working in education now for 38 years. So originally I trained as a high school teacher, and did that for a number of years in the UK. And so I became a senior teacher, and then an assistant principal, and then a vice principal, and then a principal of a large high school in the north of England, which I did for quite a few years, getting lots of experience of leadership as well as teaching and learning. And I've always worked in schools that have been, shall we say, quite challenging in terms of student deprivation and hardship and dysfunctional families and those sorts of things, which may sound to people that might view this video in Pakistan quite a strange thing to say, because the UK comes across as quite a rich, affluent country, and yet we have children in our schools who don't have enough to eat, they're not cared for at home, their parents have all sorts of addiction problems and high levels of unemployment. So I've always worked with that sort of young person. And that's given me a really good insight into many of the aspects of what makes teaching and leadership in schools challenging. So I did that until 15 years ago. And then 15 years ago, I had the opportunity to set my own business up as an independent consultant. And I built on the work I'd already done as a school principal, training other school principals, and set up my own consultancy business, initially just in the UK, where I was training teachers and school leaders on various aspects of good classroom practice, helping them develop their leadership. And then I had a random phone call through LinkedIn, and this person said, is that Mr. Steve? And I said, well, yes. And they said, we'd like you to come and work for us in Kazakhstan. And I thought it was one of my friends playing a joke, so I just said, oh yes, very funny, and hung up. And they phoned back and said, no, really. We'd like you to come and work in Kazakhstan for us. And that was the start of my international career, which I've been doing now for 10 years. And I've been lucky enough to work all over the world. So because I'm self-employed, I have a number of international clients, but my large ones, I do a lot of work for Cambridge International, where I head up their school leadership development, and also what Cambridge International call enrichment, which are the classroom pedagogy, good practice stuff that teachers want to do. And I also do a lot of work for the British Council all over the world, and I head up their school inspection and school inspection projects. So I train school inspectors to visit schools all over the world to look at the quality of teaching and learning and leadership, and then offer them advice, support and training to improve. Alongside that, I work for a university in the UK, where I tutor students doing master's degrees in educational leadership. So as you can imagine, I'm fairly busy, and that's what's brought me to this point, because now I do a lot of work online, where I train teachers all over the world, and I've been lucky enough face to face to work with teachers in Pakistan. I've done a few visits to Lahore and Karachi and Islamabad, and yeah, I work all over the world, and have an online following as well. So that's a sort of summary of my professional life. Is that okay?